In Black Sonata, you will pursue the elusive lady through the streets and alleyways of Elizabethan London, catching glimpses and whispers which may yield clues to her identity. However, not all of the evidence is clear. You will need to sharpen your wits if you are to finally unmask the Dark Lady before she slips quietly through the pages of history and is lost. You will track the Dark Lady as she flits through Shakespeare's London circa 1600. If you manage to find her, you may gain a clue to her identity before she slips away once more. You must acquire enough clues to deduce her key characteristics and confront her before she escapes for good. If you can successfully catch and unmask her, then you will win fame, respect, and the game.
Hey Amiibo people, how's it going? On today's vlog, we are going to be playing Black Sonata by TGG Games. This is a solo game, so sadly Sarah will not be joining us for this vlog. So in Black Sonata, what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out who the Dark Lady is. So I'm going to go ahead and go over a turn, or what a turn looks like in Black Sonata, and then we're going to go ahead and dive in. So the first thing you have to do in Black Sonata is you have to set your player piece somewhere on the map. And then wherever you play that player piece, you get a location card. That's going to help you later on and in figuring out if the Dark Lady is there or if she isn't. And if she is there, you get some Dark Lady clues. So that's the first thing you got is put the piece on there. And then in a turn, you'll be able to first, you get three different actions, but you can only take one. You can move to an adjacent connected space. So if I wanted to move, I could only move to ones that are connected to the space where I'm currently at right now, trying to get on the same space as one of the Dark Lady pieces. And those will move throughout the game as well. And I'll get into that in a little bit. The next thing you have, the option you have is searching for the Dark Lady. So if later on in the game, my piece and a Dark Lady piece are the same, I can, and it moves like we're on the same space before I take my action, I can go ahead and search and see if the Dark Lady is there or not. If she's there, I get a clue. If it's not, then I don't get anything and kind of wasted a turn. But at least I know a little bit more information that she's not at this location. And if it's like, if she's not here, then she's obviously here. And if the piece like moves that way, it doesn't move this way, then I know that's the Dark Lady moving that way. And whatever pieces come out are decoys. And also, when you have the option to search for Dark Lady, if I had everything I needed, I could also try to attempt, and you can only do this once, because if you get it wrong, then that's it. If I felt like I had enough of the Dark Lady clues, I could go ahead and attempt to see and make a guess of who the Dark Lady is. If I'm right, I win. If I'm wrong, I lose. So that's the second action you have to choose from. And the last one you get to choose from is using a fog card. Fog cards will be added to the movement deck throughout the game, and if they ever cycle back around, you have the ability to use a fog card, and they have, I'll show you one, they have varying abilities, so they can, be good or be bad or, help you out, mostly help you out. And that's the three actions you have. It's a pretty simple game. What you're trying to do is you're trying to be on the same spaces as you're trying to gather up all of the location cards. So you're trying to move around, so you gather these location cards. Because once you go through all of the locations, you actually get a clue right off the bat that will help you deduce who the Dark Lady is. So you want to be able to move around on the map. And then while moving around the map, you're hopefully trying to, kill two birds with one stone. You're trying to get on the same spaces as the Dark Lady pieces. And these are just kind of markers because and I'll explain this in a second, as this movement deck shows the icon of where the Dark Lady moves, you can hopefully end up in the same space at the beginning of your turn, so you can be like, okay, I'm going to search for the Dark Lady action. So moving around, you want to gain pieces or gain the cards so you can get that clue, because you want that clue. So it gives you more information. I pulled one out. So as you're gaining the Dark Lady clues from getting, like, when you're correct, when the Dark Lady's there, you get to draw one of those. And then once you visit all the locations and you go ahead and you grab that one, this is how they're going to look like. I'm going to shuffle this back in. once I'm done explaining to you guys. But this is like, so this is the one this is the icon I'm using. So that tells me that 2 of these icons are used with this current Dark Lady. On this icon, it's 2 of these that are going to be on there. So that's a little bit of deduction. As I get more and more, there's going to be other cards with the same thing where they're going to tell me 2, 1, or even 0, 2. There could be some, there could be none on that card, telling me that like if these icons are used. And so the more you have, the more you can start seeing, oh, hey, this is this heart or this note piece is actually, showing up more and more. So you can actually start grabbing pieces and being like, well, I think that one, oh, well, this ring isn't showing up at all. So I can go ahead and actually flip that over and make a note to myself that this isn't even going to be in it at all. So yeah, you want to go ahead and try to collect as most of those as possible. But every time you're doing that, every time you go ahead and make an attempt on a card, or searching for the Dark Lady, you have to put one of these fog cards in. So you're gonna like say I wanted it to. I was at the same location here. I would actually take a fog card, put it underneath that card right there, and pull it off, and then say saying that was the same place. This little hole. Let me show you an example. I pulled a couple cards out here. So say I was in the same location as like say the Dark Lady was in St. Paul's, and I had the St. Paul's card because I obviously visited there. When you get the option to search for the Dark Lady, you can go ahead and you'll be putting this over like so. And so if they match up, you get to get a clue. If they don't, then you know that the Dark Lady is not in that location. But this card doesn't return. It actually gets discarded from the game, and you are adding these fall cards. If these fall cards ever run out throughout the game and you can't pull any more fall cards, then you will actually lose. And that's one of the ways you can lose, other than getting the deduction wrong and thinking it's somebody else, or thinking it's different icons and you're not right. That's another way to lose, guessing it wrong, I guess. And another way to losing is where you would run out of these fall cards. Another way that you could possibly lose, so I told you that the Dark Lady is going to be moving around, and the way she does that is this movement deck. So this is just like where she starts in the game, and then on the next turn, so like this initial turn, I'll take this off and I'll put it under. I'm just going to put it on the side right here. So I'll show you. Don't need that. So we actually take this and put it under. So they're always in line, because as you're setting up that deck, you can actually set them up A, B, C, D. And I'm getting a little too much into the setting up, but you're always going to be rotating. Mainly, you're going to be cycling these cards. You're not going to ever shuffle. You're always going to be just cycling the cards. And so you cycle the cards through. So when you start your turn, before you do any of your actions, you're going to go ahead and show that new location. So you're going to look at the cards that are, or the current location of the Dark Lady pieces, and you're going to go look at adjacent ones. It's not wherever, it's just wherever it currently is. So you look, oh, that doesn't have a house. Oh, that has a house, so that moves over there. You look at this one, oh, that has a house. That doesn't. So you move that right there. So right now, what this is telling me is the Dark Lady is in one of these 2 locations. And so I'm like, do I go this way? Do I start moving this way to see if maybe this is that one? Or if she's right over here? Or do I start moving this way? And hopefully that's her. You gotta go move one of those ways so you can actually start figuring out if that's her or not. So yeah, you'll start circling those, and then once you hopefully get, and you'll keep cycling through. And as I was saying, the other way of losing is you cycle through the card so much, because you'll put this at the bottom. This will be at the bottom of the deck. It'll cycle through and it'll pop up. Every time you pop this up, you move it to its next, it's like a little timer. And if you ever get to 0, then you lose. She slips away, and you don't know the identity of the elusive Dark Lady. So that is a little bit of the overview and a little bit how the game plays. You can, on your turn, you can move to an adjacent location. if you're at the same location as a Dark Lady piece, you can go ahead and search for the Dark Lady, or if you feel like you know enough information, you can go ahead and actually guess who the Dark Lady is. You thinking, okay, it is Dark Lady has a rattle, a ring, and a heart. And you flip it over, if it's right, you win. If it's wrong, you lose. And then another one is using a fog card. If a fog card is on top of if as you search, you're adding these fog cards, and if a fog card ever comes up, then you're able to use that fog card and put another fog card under that. So there's always something cycling through. And then you can use that ability. And yeah, that's the 3 options you have during your turn. And so it's a pretty simple game. I'm going to link a how to play video that was actually pretty helpful as I was going through this game. But I'm going to go ahead right now and set everything back up, get my movement cards and my fog cards all set up, and get these fix everything for the board. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump into Black Sonata by TGG Games. I hope this was a helpful overview of the game. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll see you guys in a sec when we get back to I see you back at the mid game. All right, toodles. Welcome back, people, and man, has it been a trip. I have been searching and searching for the Dark Lady, and just before I turned on the camera, I found her once more, so I wanted to show you guys what that looked like. You'll get the card. You'll take one of these fog cards, put it under so you don't see the next card, and then the card you take off the top. So I'll put a fog card under this card so I didn't see the next movement card, and then take the location I'm at, which is Black Friars. I might totally be saying that wrong. And then I put that under, I flip it over, and boom, right through the keyhole, I see the Dark Lady. And it has some nice little flavor text. And so what that meant is I went over here and I drew a Dark Lady clue, and that got me her. And so when you're collecting these clues, they'll go ahead, you'll go ahead and see what icon you have, and then you go look, okay, that's my icon. So 0 or 2 of these are included in what I have so far for what I think the Dark Lady's 3 icons are. So there's other ones that said 2 of these are the ones you use, and 1 of these are the ones you use. So it's kind of coming together. I'm really enjoying this because I really like, just the social deduction aspect and running around and following the Dark Lady and where she goes. And it's kind of like a Fury of Dracula, or like one of those games where you're trying to hunt down the other player. But this one's just like, it's just solo, and you're just making notes, and you're keeping track of where, because there was a couple times where I would go ahead and see, and then she wouldn't be there because it wouldn't be in the keyhole. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's not it. And then you would see the movement deck would move on. And you would then go to see, okay, well, this is how they moved, because they can only, every time you reveal a card, they move one adjacent. So like, say it was a cross, you would move, if the next one was a cross, the Dark Lady tokens would move here and here, and that would be it. So it's like, okay, so which one of these is where the Dark Lady went? And then I would follow behind and try to pursue. And then sometimes it would even be the same card, like another cross. So okay, it's like, it's over here. So it's like, okay, sweet, here's my chance. Or even sometimes the Dark Lady tokens would run into me, and like, cool, I'll search. But I have to be careful because I've been searching a lot, and I don't want to run out of fog cards, and so I don't want to lose. And I'm just about to get to my time card, so I'm flipping it from a 2 to a 1, so that will, keep me on track to make sure I finish this in time before the Dark Lady slips away. But I'm just really enjoying this game. If you like social deduction games, and again, this is another solo game for the channel, this is one I would definitely check out from TGG Games. So, and what else? I just love the hunt. All of a sudden it's there, and you're getting more and more information as you're running across the board, and and as the movements go, you're tracking the movements, and you're like, okay, here we go, here's this, here's that, and just a little flavor text. It's nice. It's a nice little kind of bit to the game. I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice, compact, small. This is basically everything on the board, and I was able to acquire also all of the location cards by going around to each space. Every time you enter one, you'll get the location card, and then once you do all that, you actually get. I think this was my revealed card. So I was told, okay, so one of these would be the icons that the Dark Lady would have, and yeah, it's going, and I hope you're all enjoying this, and we're going to go ahead and actually jump back into it. So this is what I have so far. Hopefully I'm right. I don't know, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish this investigation and hopefully find out who the Dark Lady's identity is, and see if we can't win the game or lose, and she might just slip away, or I draw like too many fall cards and I don't have any fall cards left, or yeah, like I said, she slips away. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into it, and I'll get back to you guys at the end of the game and give you my final thoughts on Black Sonata by TGG Games. All right, I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, toodles! Welcome back, people, and I failed. I guessed wrong. I thought, after all my gathering of clues, I thought I had the right combination, but I didn't. I got one right. It's like a third right. But yeah, so I thought I was getting low on my fall cards, because if I got a couple more fall cards, and then if I needed to draw any more, and I didn't have any more, then that'd be it. I'd be done. And so I was trying to I thought I had everything, because I didn't want to lose through not having enough fall cards to draw. And yeah, so yeah, this is toughy. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time searching through the deck and going through and picking up all the location cards and keeping track of the Dark Lady as she moved around on the map and deducing which way she went and which way she followed. And the cards were tricky because she would stay in places sometimes, or move to one place and move back to another. And it was a good game. But I don't think I have enough. I had a lot of these 0-2 ones, and I was like, oh, well, it could be any of them, or it could be two of them. It's very tricky. And so I got a lot of those, and I was just like, ugh. Well, I don't want to lose, because I kept guessing, and I had a couple that were like, this one you get to see her, and there would be others that were like, just blank, and I was like, oh no, I done messed up. I done messed up, guys. But yeah, so this is Black Sonata by TGG Games. It's a fun it's a fun deduction solo game, and so yeah, if you are into deductions and during this pandemic time and can't play with your gaming group right now, and you need a good solo game to kind of give you a little brain buster, a little mental workout, this is definitely one I would recommend. But yeah, I'll leave all the links in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out and maybe even get yourself a copy. So yeah, this is our vlog on Black Sonata. Again, before we go, just great components, good quality. I like it. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, this is our vlog of Black Sonata. I hope you all enjoyed it. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date on all of our content. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. Toodles!